What is going on, guys and girls? Welcome to Frostpunk. Now, this is a game that I have started playing 2 weeks ago during my first live stream. I'm gonna continue it today. You'll find the exact start time of the live stream in the description. You'll also find a link to my Twitch account there, but I'm just gonna mention it here as well. Twitch.tv/Chief Gironca. And if you click on that, or if you head over to that to my channel over there, you'll find an exact countdown of when today's stream is going to start. So if you are interested, I highly recommend you check that out. And I gotta be honest, it's been a lot of fun for me. I mean, the game itself, Frostpunk, is fun. It's totally cool to play, but it was made so much better by the roleplay that occurred in chat. And that's actually something that I would like to talk about here. Unfortunately, I gotta mention here that the first stream is lost. I didn't record it, and I also didn't know how to archive streams. So that first one is completely gone. There's no way of me showing this to you, so I'm gonna give you a quick summary of what has happened, because as I said, it's been a lot of fun. Now, we started off, well, 18 days ago. We're day 18 so far, and as you can see, we are still alive. We have not yet frozen to death or otherwise died, but the temperature has dropped significantly. We started off with negative 20 degrees Celsius. We're now at negative 40. If we have a look at the forecast, we can see that the temperature will actually drop even further in the next couple of days. And the first stream, the first, a couple of weeks here in New London, I think our city is called, were especially characterized by a class struggle. A class struggle between the workers and the engineers. So we started off with about 80 people. We are now way over 200, and you can see that we have about 113 workers, and we've got close to 80 engineers. Then we also get some children and a big giant robot and automaton, but the thing that you should focus on are the workers and the engineers. And yeah, it's a class struggle. One group feels superior to the other, but what's really, really cool is that the engineers, well, both groups have control over one of the two most important industries, right? So what's crucial in the world of Frostpunk? You need heat, you need coal so that you don't freeze to death, right? And you need food so your people don't starve. Now then, there's also other resources. You need research, you need medical facilities, you need wood and steel. But the two most important ones are coal as well as food. And the engineers, as you can see right here, they actually have the control over the coal industry. And then we have the workers, and they are mostly in charge of the food industry. So these two groups, they kind of dislike each other, and there's been a lot of struggle between these two, but they can't live without each other, which is actually really cool. I love that. Now, what happened? There's always been something going on. People in chat been talking about revolutions and stuff like that. It was really fun, but it actually, like, the whole struggle peaked with the suicide of Helen Wren. Now, Helen, she was a worker, and she got gravely ill, and so her leg was forcefully amputated by the chief medical officer, Jonas, who is an engineer. And so there was an engineer cutting off the leg of a worker against her will. Now, that was not it, though, because Helen couldn't live as with that. She couldn't live like that. She couldn't live as an amputee, and so she committed suicide. And she was actually the first person in our new city that died. And that was quite quite a problem. And so that was where the struggle peaked. We then had a ceremonial funeral for Helen. And ever since, as you can see right now, discontent is actually very low, and that is because we have a couple of fighting pits set up. We have actually one over here and one here, and that they allow for workers and engineers to fight, and that has kind of been calming the people. So far we've got kind of an easy peace between the workers and engineers. Maybe they've also realized they can't live with each other, but most likely the new class struggle is going to be between the Leavers and the Remainers, because as you may have seen, there is a second person that has died, Raymond Alban. And Raymond Alban was, if I'm not mistaken, no, I'm not mistaken. He was the last survivor of Winterhome, which was another great settlement here in the Frostlands. And we have learned of the fall of Winterhome through Raymond, and that has significantly dropped the hope our people had. And we now have about 29 people, the so-called Londoners, that want to leave our settlement and move, well, back to London, which is insane, right? They want to walk all the way through the snow back to London, even though we just fled here to escape, well, the cold. And there are only 29 of them right now, so we still have the majority of Remainers. But the tendency shows that more people are going to join the Londoners. And so this is currently the big task. We have to keep everyone together. But yeah, we'll see how that develops. I guess I could also show you some of the laws we have passed. I already mentioned that we have the fighting arenas. People have been really calling for the dueling law that so far I've been trying to avoid. But we'll see. I might at some point. Maybe I have to assign that too. But then we'll have actual fights in the street, which is actually something I kind of want to suppress, which is why I went with the purpose. Discipline and order is what we need. And so we actually have a neighborhood watch, morning gatherings, and all these kinds of things to keep our people united, right? To keep them together and fighting for the same cause. That's basically the thing. So anyway, I could go on forever. It's really been so much fun. I hope that this refreshed your memory if you've been joining last time, and I hope it was sort of interesting and intriguing for those of you who may not have watched the first stream. So as I said, check out the description, head on over to Twitch, and join me later tonight for my second stream of Frostpunk. I'll see you there.